What's going on, everybody? I am Two Beer Tom from the Entertainment Fusion, and today I am gonna do a album review from the Spanish band Counteractt. Um, so let me give you. Let's talk about the band, where they're from, for a minute. Counteractt originated, or they released their first EP, to my knowledge, in 2017. It was called The Movements of Silence. Um, I really dug the EP. I enjoyed the EP. Um, so when I found out that they were releasing a full length, a new full length album last year, I was rather excited about it. Um, excuse me. So they are from Spain. Um, the Spain I The Spain metal scene has just been exploding over the last, I don't know, 5, 10, probably decade, the last decade now. I mean, you got bands like, for example, you have bands like Expel the Grace. You have bands like Cannibal Grandpa, who just turned into Bone Cover, who released an album a week or so ago. Great album, by the way. Check them out as well. You have other bands from Mankind Grief. I'm going to try to pronounce this properly. Raven, Ardocky, and last that I'm going to name is the band Wormed, which I am also a fan of, that I own all their stuff. So the metal scene in Spain has definitely blown up over the last decade or so. And now we have Counteractt coming out of Spain with a great new LP called Universal Silence. Counteractt formed in 2015. Like I said, they released EP called Movements of Silence in 2017. They got a new vocalist, to my knowledge, for this last release, to replace the vocalist that was on the last EP, Movements of Silence. So for Universal Sadness, they enlisted a new vocalist. Made a huge difference. Really put the band in a position to really take them to that next level. Um, Starting off, going track by track with track one is called Natun, which is it's basically a just an instrumental intro track. It was very cool. Had an organ playing. Seemed to have like almost like choir overtones, and definitely seemed to have some orchestral or choir mixed in there as well with the organ. And definitely it was very unique. Very cool intro. Very much enjoyed that. The first official track on the album, track number 2, it's called A Voice of Confusion. I played that was the 30-second clip I played at the beginning of the show. I do not own the rights to any music that is played, though I do have permission from one of the band members to play music in the stream. The vocal, so I do have that permission. So don't ban me, Facebook. So one thing that really stood out to me is the guitar work. The guitar work in the first song was just incredible. you have the vocals basically going over what I would almost consider to be um, like a guitar solo or maybe a mini lead or something like that. It created a really cool effect. You don't really hear it that often. Usually, when the guitars step up or they put the guitar up front a little bit like that, the vocals either stop or tend to. They seem to be about even. It gave a really cool effect having the vocals over that type of over, kind of like a mini solo or whatever. Um, the song kind of it kind of picks up after roughly a minute into the song. About a minute 15, it really picks up and goes really fast, pretty heavy, up until around the 2 minute mark. Really slows down, becomes very melodic, um, which and slow, which I thought was really cool. You don't really hear that in this type of uh, music style. I feel it's very rare. It was pretty unexpected, but it was really cool effect that I enjoyed very much. Um, Also, one thing in this is you really see the vocal range that the vocalist Lewis has in the song. His vocals get very high, almost I would say close to like a black metal type style at one point in the song, and then you know towards the end of the song, I'd say right around the 4 minute mark, just after the 4 minute mark, you believe the song, you think it's over, um, and then just when you think the song is over, boom, it comes back and hits you again, and then again the vocals, very guttural, deep growl, guttural vocals to end the track. So I thought that was very cool. Um, how they did all that. Uh, Third track on the album is called Sector 3. It's got a very heavy intro to the song, very growly, uh, deep vocals, and then it just stops. Then into the beginning of the song, you have 50 it's like a 50-second onslaught, basically, of just pure heaviness. Um, the drumming in this song, I think the drumming is just incredible. The drumming really stood out to me in this track. Um, it's a similar formula of the first song on the album where the pace changes, becomes a little bit slower, then gets heavier again. That seems to be a theme throughout the entire album, which I thought was cool. It's a little bit different for a deathcore band, death metal band, to really have that type of element. Um, it, so I really enjoyed that. This is one of the shorter songs on the album, but it was definitely a high point. Um, at track number 4, Death in the Abyss. I absolutely loved the intro to this track. The entire song as a whole was a little bit slower pace than some of the other songs on the album. Also had more melodic parts, I believe, at some points. Um, had then you had the vocals over the guitar, almost like guitar solos. Again, I thought uh, much like they did in the first song, I thought it was a very cool effect. And you can really, the vocalist again really shows his range between highs and lows, and just up and just the vocal range that he's capable of in this song. So I really feel like the vocals are definitely showcased, but the guitar work overall just really shines in this song. Um, just the guitar work was just phenomenal. Moving on to track number 5. It's called The Nocturnal Pollutions. The song starts off pretty heavy. Guitar work is a little bit different than what I would have expected from Counteract, from this genre of music in general. At times, I feel maybe even Slayer-esque as far as some of the, you know, guitar work or riffs or whatever. Um, but it was different, but it was definitely a nice change. Definitely mixed it up a little bit and thoroughly enjoyed it. Absolutely loved this track. Another thing that made a big difference with this track in comparison to the others on the album, the lyrics were very different throughout this song. Seemed to have a little bit more of a political message. A lot of the other songs were about, just they were very dark, evil, scary topics. This one seemed to be more of a political message, um, which was very different than the lyrical concepts of the other songs as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. Moving on to uh, track number 6. The Last 10 Words of Humanity is the name of the track. This one was just a non-stop heavy mix of everything up until this point. Um, just all out heavy, brutal. Um, about a minute, I'd say roughly about a minute and a half, minute 45 into the song. I'm not really quite sure how to describe it. I wouldn't really say a dance beat, but it was, it definitely completely changed tempo. A little bassy. Uh, Again, I wouldn't know. I don't know how to quite describe it, but it seemed to fit rather well. Um, it's it definitely you definitely hear it. You're like, wow, like what is that? Um, but at the same time it worked. It worked. It mixes things up. It's different. It's not something that I would have expected or have, I think, heard on any other um, album of in this genre, and it was just really cool. It was something fresh and unexpected, but again, it was a very cool effect. And then the song picks right up again shortly after that, continues with just in your face all the way to the end, just in your face, finishes with really deep growl guttural vocals. So in that song, you know, his vocals very very well done in that track as well. So definitely the vocals stood out to me in that one. Uh, Track 7. Do my best to pronounce this now. Leth Latheratus. Latheratus, I believe is the name of it. Loved the intro to this song. It had a very atmospheric intro to it. Little slower pace at the beginning of the song. I love the riff though. The riff in the song is just it was so good, so good. Um, Picks up a little bit, picks up as the song progresses, gets a little faster, a little heavier. Vocals constantly change again, showing definitely shows his vocal range. Definitely highs, lows, you know. Uh, so the vocals did change quite a bit throughout this song. Um, this the bass guitar, I would say most of all stood out on this one. I think the bass playing um, was just excellent, excellent. Uh, that's not. I don't feel as though bass players get enough recognition anyway. So great job. Really making the bassist shine in this one, and it was just awesome. So uh, really enjoyed the guitar solo at the end of the song was awesome, and I felt it may have gotten a little bit buried. The guitar solo was great. Maybe could have been a little bit more up front, maybe just a little bit louder. I feel like it might have gotten buried a little bit with some of the other music. With towards the end of the song, in the chaos, but you know, the guitar solo was a little shorter. It could have been a little longer, but you know, uh, but overall, just awesome, awesome. Another another great track. Uh, Track number 8, getting towards the end. Track number 8 is called Ab- Abicus. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Uh, just creepy as shit. It was just creepy. Sound probably from. It sounds like something from Hellraiser. It reminded me of a scene from something that should be out of Hellraiser. Definitely creepy. Definitely dark and scary and evil and um, really short. You know, like like interludes usually are. But it was cool. You know, didn't really seem too out of place either. Which some interludes are just so out there that they don't sound like they even belong there. But they did a good job, kind of keeping it short, not overdoing it, and kind of keeping with the theme of the record. Finally, track number 9 is the last song on the album. It's also the title track, Universal Sadness. What can I say about this one? This was by far my favorite song on the whole album. I just couldn't stop listening to it. By far my favorite song. Love the opening riff. Um, it was just, oh, it's so good. I can hear it in my head now. It's just so good. It's pretty long too. The song is over 6 minutes. Um, again, I feel like there's some layered vocals in the song as well, which just made them that much sound that much more evil, that much darker, that much stronger. Definitely cool. Again, the drumming on this song stood out. There was a kind of a cool effect that the drummer did at a couple of points that I noticed throughout the song. One was it was a cymbal effect, which was kind of weird, but it kind of came out of nowhere, and it was really cool. I haven't really heard too many bands kind of throw a cool little cymbal effect in there. Um, but again, the drum, the drummer, all the drum work on this song, uh, really shines, and just excellent. Um, I think everybody has their own part of the song that really showcases them. Like I said, the drumming was really showcased, but there's a section of the song where the vocals are really showcased, and then the guitar showcased, the bass. I think everybody really shines on this song. The song is just epic. Like I said, over 6 minutes long, doesn't disappoint. By far, my favorite track on the album. without a doubt. So I'd say overall rating, uh, I'd probably give it a 9. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 for this genre. Um, like I said, there's a lot of things in there that were unexpected, a lot of things in there that were different, that separated it from other albums of this genre. And I think anybody that's a fan of real heavy music um, will really enjoy this album. I really look forward to hearing more things from Counteract and really seeing where they're going in the future. I really feel as though, you know, they're really gonna get big. They're gonna be doing big things. So, you know, I hope to see them blow up a little bit more. Um, so awesome album, guys. That's gonna about do it for me. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope everybody had a great St. Patty's Day. I know I did. I hope everybody's staying safe with COVID. Hopefully we can get to shows again soon. Uh, this whole COVID thing sucks. But take care of yourselves, everyone, and that's it. I'm out. Well,